Well, Coach, it is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. It's a long... Loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, running right through him. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 20. Touchdown, defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bring up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Hey, box truck. Kill. I got you.
From the 44, Garoppolo, Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, gun. I don't think you got it, son.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Here we go. Like 20. 21. Here we go. Like 22. 5.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gould to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first two selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will get him one closer.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
49ers first down. First and 10.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, here's Breida. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 at a first down.
Here we go.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike. 180. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Throwing, Mayfield going deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski-Tart, and they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it? And
for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski-Tart. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Well, this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
I got you.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Here we go.
So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Here we go.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, fellas. Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together.
And across the track, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. And again, it's Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Mayfield now. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Echo. Hey, turn it up. Check. Hey, gun. Crunch.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Running out of the gun here, Breida. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, 28 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7-7. It's 1st and 10. Chubb on 1st down. No room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Mayfield on play action. Buying time to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Breida, and an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Switch. Hey, alert 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. This is Breida, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he's got his man on the out route. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, They're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Check that.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He is an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
So for the Niners, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.